Hey, this is Nerdy Texan Accountant, and I received a preview of Leave on the Light, issue 1, from the creator, Bradley Golden. The comic comes out on the 26th, and they asked for what my thoughts are on it. So I decided to do this review, and I want to keep this as spoiler-free as possible to not ruin it for those who are interested in the comic. And let's begin. The comic begins with 2 murders by a man in a prisoner's uniform, and we follow the 2 detectives as they start the investigation. We learn that this is the same way a child murderer killed his victims. However, Detective Marshall, the one you can see lighting a cigarette, states that he saw this child murderer get executed 8 months ago prior to these murders. So they have to figure out if they executed the wrong person or if this is a copycat killer. The comic does end in a tense, build up and very suspenseful scene. And as I said before, I don't want to ruin the ending of this comic. I don't want to give too much away because I really want you guys to read this comic and enjoy it as much as I did when I first read it. These are the people who worked on it. Bradley Golden was one of the writers. He was also the editor and the creator of this comic. The other writer is George Aguilar. I hope I'm saying this correctly. And also with everyone else's name. I hope I say your names correctly as well. The penciler was Alex Sabia. The inker was Lakim Amir. I hope I'm saying your name correctly again. The colors were done by Shannon Smith. The letters were done by Hector Negrete. This is the variant cover one, so the artist for the variant cover was David Hutchinson. And the regular cover was done by Helmut Rancho. Sorry. I really did like this comic. So, I want to say great work to everyone. As I stated, I thought this comic was really good. I really enjoyed it. Since it is the first issue, we only get the basics of the characters and the premise of the comic. We don't go too much in depth, but it does hint at things. And it does that with the art. The art really helps tell the story. It's not just all told with word bubbles everywhere, too much text, but actually with the art, it helps give you ideas what's going to happen. And there is a scene in this comic which I haven't shown that has Detective Marshall, staring at a picture of a woman and a child. So I'm thinking that's his wife and child, so hopefully we get to learn more about that. It's hinting at things to come, or the motivation behind someone without telling us directly. And I actually did like that. The art is very good, very detailed. I liked how the characters looked, and I would really like to see more work by this artist, by the penciler and everyone. I think it's going to be a supernatural crime story. I'm 90% certain. The other 10% of me thinks that it will look like a supernatural story, but will have a rational explanation. I think a good example of that type of story would be some of the Solomon Kane stories. One of those stories would be when Solomon Kane was in Africa fighting a flying demon. At the end of the story, you learn it was actually a pterodactyl. So that would be a good example of that. I really do believe this book is worth getting. I've actually already put it on my pull list after reading this, first issue, and I want to give my support to the creators and to everyone who worked on this comic. I think this is one that's worth picking up. Not much happens in the first issue, like with action-wise. However, it's just the beginning, and I'm pretty sure it's going to build up to more. So, that's my thoughts on this. Thank you for watching. Tell me what you thought about my review. I try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, and I really want this comic to succeed. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment on what your thoughts of the video are, and have a great day.